I'm Angela Cryer, and today we're talking about the disposition of teachers, and we're discussing what would make us good teachers based on the dispositions that we feel like we already have. One of the things that were stated in there was that we set the bar high. We have very high expectations, and that's one thing that even in our career that we have now, that is one thing that I have very high expectations for my children and for the students that we raise. However, there's also the state where there are certain kids that can meet certain expectations. There are some that can't. And you have to be able to adjust your expectations to meet each kid's ability level. Um, in that each child is different, each child learns different, each child has different maturity levels, they get there at different points. So therefore, your bars are always going to be different. But the fact is, you set one. You set it above what their norm is. Then they have something to reach for. And you have to be willing to do everything you can in order to help them get there. And that's something that I believe I already possess in what I do now and what I would do in the classroom. Also, something I feel like I already possess in my disposition to teach would be the consistently reflecting on what I'm good at, what I need to work on, what could be tweaked in the way we're doing something, what could be changed in the classroom, where do I need to go, maybe do some more study, where do I need to do some research, am I meeting all this child's needs, are there more things that I could do for this child, do I need to go talk to the special education teacher because I'm not meeting this child's need that's a special ed kid, I don't know how to meet its IEP needs. Okay, I need to go talk to someone who knows more than I do so that we can help this child be as successful as possible. That's something that I do on a daily basis for my kids, for myself, for my job, and I feel like I could carry that onto the classroom very easily. Things that I would need to work on. I do know how to dress professionally. However, I'm a very casually comfortable person when I dress, and that would definitely be something in my classroom that I would need to work on. I am not great at being on time. I always think I have time to accomplish one more task before I walk out the door or before I finish getting dressed, and it generally results in me being late. Um, Remembering to keep an open line of communication with the parents. When I get in mode, I start working, we get to rolling, I'm helping the child's growing, we're learning, we hit a glitch, we take care of the glitch, we move forward. Sometimes I fail to remember that I need to keep the parent in the loop, that keeping the parent in the loop actually makes my job easier. It helps us grow, it helps the child grow, lets me know what's going on at home sometimes so that we can better help the child grow, so that maybe we can help the parents grow and change things in the household even sometimes. That's something that I would need to work on before I stepped into my classroom. Um, Including my students in house setting classroom goals. That would not be a strong point for me. I am very OCD about how I create my goals and my paperwork and how things are organized. And when I get in there and I set it up, I do it, I do the research for it, I plan it, I structure it. I'm not very good at letting other ideas into it when it comes to the kids. It's pretty much, this is kind of the way we're going to do it. I can see where that'd be beneficial. There's a buy-in for the students in allowing them to say, hey, that's the goal I wanted to do. And they've set that goal, they've helped do the research for it, they've helped maybe even plan part of the lesson for it. There's a buy-in. They're going to listen better. That would be something I would definitely need to work on. What qualities should a professional educator display? There are obviously numerous listed in our model of ethics, listed in our disposition of teachers that we studied. The three things that really caught my eye were respect. If we respect our fellow educators, if we respect ourselves, our students, our parents, that goes so far in accomplishing anything as a whole. Respect, if you're respecting someone, though you may not immediately get that respect back, eventually you will gain that respect back. Honesty. If you can't be honest with them, They will never learn to trust you. And if they do not learn to trust you, they're never going to listen to you. You're never going to break through. The light bulb is never going to go off regardless of how much you talk, regardless of how much you teach. It's never going to be a win. You're never even going to see the small wins if they can't trust you. And so you have to be continually honest. You have to be upfront, honest, no gray areas. You have to have passion for kids, and you have to have the desire to see them grow in all areas of their life, not just in the academic setting, not just in the classroom, full growth. And having that passion for kids, that's how they get there. That's how you want that full growth inside the classroom, outside the classroom, seeing the big picture, seeing them growing past that graduation walk across the stage. What am I giving them right now, even in second grade? What am I giving them that's going to change who they are when they walk across that stage? That's the kind of thing that I think would be a disposition in a teacher that would make them good. Thank you. Y'all have a great night.